Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. Let us discuss some important questions based on the daily current affairs. And friends who are visiting this channel for the first time, do subscribe to my channel and kindly go through the videos that I will be providing in the description link below for all the videos that I've been uploading for the past few days. These videos will be helpful for the general awareness section in most of the competitive exams that you're going to appear. So let us begin with the answer to the quiz question that I've asked yesterday. The question that I had asked is, who are the two individual Indians to win Olympic gold medals? So these are the two persons. I'm giving their pictures and I'm sure you would know their names as well. The first one is Abhinav Bindra. He is the first Indian individual to win an Olympic gold medal in 2008 Beijing Olympics. He won this gold medal in men's 10-meter air rifle category. The picture that I'm showing you on the screen is the cover page of his famous book, A Shot at History. I request all the viewers who have not yet read this book, do read this wonderful, wonderful book by an Indian athlete. It serves as an inspiration, a motivation to take up great things in life and how hard it is to win an Olympic medal. Forget Olympic gold, how hard it is to win an Olympic medal in a country like India with poor infrastructure and not so great support for athletes or the sportsmen competing at the highest level. It's a wonderful book. Have a read at it, A Shot at the History by Abhinav Bindra. And the second one, you all know the recent winner at the Tokyo Olympics, Neeraj Chopra. He has done wonders in the Tokyo Olympics, has won the gold medal convincingly. He not only won the gold medal, but he won it very convincingly by beating all his opponents by a distant margin. Fantastic feat achieved by him. So these are the only two Indians who have won the gold medals for India at the Olympics. And the first person to actually win an Olympic medal for India is KD Jadhav, Kasab Dada Saheb Jadhav. He hasn't won a gold medal, but he has won the bronze medal at the 1952 Summer Olympics in Helsinki. So he's the first Indian to win a medal, which is a bronze medal. But these two, Abhinav Bindra is the first one to win an Olympic gold medal, followed by Neeraj Chopra in 2020. Do watch this video till the end. At the end, I am going to ask another interesting quiz question. So let's begin with the daily current affairs question of the day. Question number one. Which global institutions have released the report Hunger Hotspots, Early Warning on Acute Food Insecurity? Option A, World Bank. B, Food and Agriculture Organization. C, World Food Program. And D, FAO and WFP. Option B and C combined. The correct answer is Food and Agriculture Organization along with the World Food Program. So these two organizations have jointly developed the report Hunger Hotspots. They warn that acute food insecurity is likely to deteriorate further in 18 hunger hotspots comprising a total 22 countries during the outlook period from June to November 2023. Question number 2. Reserve Bank of India has maintained status quo during its second bi-monthly policy of this fiscal, keeping repo rate unchanged. What is the present repo rate? 6, 6 quarter, 6 half, and 675. The correct answer is 6 half. So yesterday, RBI announced its second bi-monthly policy. As expected, the Apex Bank preferred to maintain status quo by keeping the key rates unchanged. While announcing the policy review, RBI Governor Shaktikanta Das said Monetary Policy Committee decided to keep the repo unchanged at 6 half. Consequently, the SDF, that is standing deposit facility, remains at 6.25 and marginal standing facility and the bank rates stand at 6.75. So this rate decision is not taken by a single individual like RBI governor. This has to be taken by a committee called as MPC, Monetary Policy Committee. Last year in a few competitive exams, they have asked this question: how many members are there in MPC? Like a monetary policy committee comprises of how many members? It comprises of 6 members, and the decision is taken by the majority. Out of these 6 members, 3 members will be from RBI and 3 will be government nominated members. So last year even this question was asked, like how many members from Reserve Bank of India will be present in the Monetary Policy Committee and how many from the government nominated. So 3 from RBI and 3 government nominated. So these three from RBI will include Governor of RBI, Shaktikanta Das, Deputy Governor of RBI, Michael Debabrata Patra, and the Executive Director of RBI, Rajiv Ranjan. And three nominated by the government are Ashima Goyal, Shashikant Vide, and Jaykant Verma. Now, what exactly is this repo rate? I just want to give you a brief explanation. Actually, I had given all these rates and explanations in my previous video. I will put that video link in the description to go through that video. Repo rate is the rate at which the banks borrow funds from the Reserve Bank of India. Now, when you read newspapers and go through many articles, people say that RBI has hiked the rates. So your housing loan, car loan, and personal loan interest rates are going to increase. So this is what happens when the bank which is going to borrow funds from the Reserve Bank of India. If it borrows funds at higher rate of interest, the bank will pass on that higher rate of interest to its customers. So in the past two bi-monthly policy reviews, RBI has maintained status quo. It has not increased the repo rates. So most of the loans like offered by all the banks, there won't be any change in the interest rates. They will be constant. Imagine had the repo rate gone up from 6.50 to 6.75% or 7%, you would see an immediate impact on the loans that you borrow from the banks. Any kind of bank, public or private sector bank, whatever bank you borrow, the interest rate on those loans will go up because the cost of borrowing of the banks from the Reserve Bank of India has gone up, and that cost these banks will pass on to the customers. So basically that is the brief explanation of what a repo rate means. And now what is SDF? Simple. Now if the banks have excess funds with them, they will park it with the Reserve Bank of India. Now when Reserve Bank of India is going to lend to banks, it will lend at 6.5%. But when it is going to borrow from the banks, that is when the banks are parking their excess liquidity with RBI, it will offer less rate of interest, that is at 6.25%. And finally, the MSF and the bank rate are 6.75. This MSF and bank rates are the emergency rates. Like if a bank which is in emergency need of funds, if they want to borrow funds from the Reserve Bank of India, RBI will offer those funds at a slightly higher rate than repo rate. That is at quarter basis points higher than the repo rate, which is at 6.75%. I hope you're clear with this. Let's move on to the next question. Question number 3. Which country is preparing to host Air Defender 23, NATO's biggest ever air exercise? Option A Germany, B France, C Belgium, and D Ukraine. Correct answer is option A Germany. Air Defender 23 will be the most significant military exercise ever carried out over the European skies. The event will take place from June 12th to June 23rd, involving the air forces of 25 nations. This military exercise will take place in European airspace and under the command of the German Air Force. The main aim of such a massive military drill is to create an extensive scenario involving air warfare operations for friendly and allied air forces. By creating this joint exercise, Air Defender 23 aims to enhance and optimize cooperation among NATO forces and show the alliance's strength. Now, where is the headquarters of this NATO? That is in Brussels, Belgium. And head of NATO is Jens Stoltenberg. Actually, what is the full form of NATO? North Atlantic Treaty Organization. And it is important to know about these organizations, their headquarters, their heads, how many countries are there, because uh, in the previous year, many examinations they have asked how many countries are there in SARC, how many countries are in G7, OPEC, OECD, etc. So this NATO actually was created by 12 countries from Europe and North America on 4th April 1949. 1949 NATO was created, and at present there are 31 member countries in NATO. Let's move on to next question. The first edition of India, France, and UAE Maritime Partnership exercise commenced in Gulf of Oman, Indian Ocean, Bay of Bengal, and Arabian Sea. The correct answer is option A, Gulf of Oman. The first edition of India, France, and UAE Maritime Partnership exercise commenced on 7th June 2023 in the Gulf of Oman. INS Tarkash and French ship Surkov, both with integral helicopters, French Rafale aircraft, and UAE Navy maritime patrol aircraft are participating in this exercise. I have provided a map for you to show where exactly is this Gulf of Oman. You can find it here. It is indicated by that red arrow. This Gulf of Oman connects Persian Gulf which is shown above that United Arab Emirates with the Arabian Sea. In between this Gulf of Oman and Persian Gulf, there is a strait called as Strait of Hormuz. That Strait of Hormuz is the connecting link between the Persian Gulf and Gulf of Oman. Question number 5. Atlantic Declaration is a new strategic pact between which two countries? US and Canada, US and UK, US and China, and US and Germany. This Atlantic Declaration is a new strategic pact between US and UK. The United States and Britain announced a new strategic partnership as the leaders rededicated the special relationship to counter Russia, China, and economic instability. This declaration, adopted by the leaders, aims to boost industry ties on defense and renewable energy in the face of growing competition from China. Question number 6. What is the name of the new generation ballistic missile launched by DRDO recently off the Odisha coast? Agni 4, Agni 5, Agni Prime, and Agni 3. The name of this new generation ballistic missile is Agni Prime. India successfully carried out the night launch of the new generation nuclear capable ballistic missile Agni Prime from the Abdul Kalam Island off coast of Odisha. The first pre-induction night launch of Agni Prime was successfully flight tested by DRDO, Defense Research and Development Organization. This Agni Prime or Agni P is a nuclear capable new generation advanced variant of the Agni class of missiles. It is a two-stage canisterized missile with a maximum range of 2000 kilometers. Now, who is the chief of DRDO? Samir V. Kamath. Next question. Which state government has recently approved replacement of existing CPS contributory pension scheme with a guaranteed pension scheme GPS for state government employees? Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Odisha, and Tamil Nadu. The correct answer is option B, Andhra Pradesh. Andhra Pradesh cabinet has given its approval to replace the CPS with GPS. This move is intended to provide enhanced financial security and benefits to pensioners. Under the GPS, now pensioners will be receiving 50% of their last drawn salary as pension, which is a substantial increase compared to the previous CPS. This transition is a positive step towards prioritizing the welfare of retired government employees and acknowledging their dedicated service. Now, the Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh is Y.S. Jaganmohan Reddy, and the Governor of Andhra Pradesh is S. Abdul Nazir. Question number 8. The Ministry of Power and the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy have announced the launch of a new initiative that aims to identify and develop emerging technologies in the power sector within and outside of India. Now, what is the name of the initiative? Mahir, Sahir, Safar, and Samar. The correct answer is option A, Mahir, which means Mission on Advanced and High Impact Research, MAHIR. It is a national mission to quickly identify emerging technologies in the power sector and develop them indigenously for deployment in India and outside. This has been jointly launched by the Ministry of Power and the Ministry of New and Renewable Energy. It will focus on facilitating indigenous research, development, and demonstration of the latest and emerging technologies in the power sector. Question number 9. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has sworn in as the new executive president of which African country? Chad, Nigeria, Somalia, Algeria. Bola Ahmed Tinubu has sworn in as the new president of Nigeria. Nigeria is the most populous and the largest economy of Africa. He's sworn in as the new 16th executive president. Now the capital of Nigeria is Abuja and the currency is Nigerian naira. Question number 10. Which country is gearing up to launch a constellation of satellites called Silent Barker? US, UK, China, and Russia. The correct answer is United States of America, US. The US Space Force is set to launch a constellation of satellites this summer to track Chinese and Russian space vehicles that can potentially disable or damage orbiting objects, the latest step in the increasing extraterrestrial contest between superpowers. Dubbed Silent Barker, the network would be the first of its kind to complement ground based sensors and low Earth orbit satellites, according to the Space Force and analysts. The satellites will be placed about 22,000 miles, that is 35,400 kilometers above the Earth, and at the same speed it rotates, known as geosynchronous orbit. Now, Space Force is developing the satellites along with the NRO, National Reconnaissance Office. So, these are the current affairs questions for the day. Now, the quiz question for today. How many Oscar, that is Academy Awards, were won by this picture. Now, this is a poster of a famous movie called as Gandhi. Yes, it is of Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, the father of Indian nation. And this movie is directed by the British director Richard Attenborough. This movie has won many Oscar awards. Now, how many Oscar awards are won by this picture? Let me know your answer in the comment section. I will give you the answer in the tomorrow's video. Thank you, friends. Have a good day.